Well, ahoy there, cheese lovers and cruise dreamers. It's me, Meltvin, your personal pepperoni-stained concierge for this very fancy episode of One Slice at a Time. Today we're trading in poolside pizza for plush robes, pillow menus, and free popcorn so fancy it probably has a trust fund. Stephanie's gone full Disney cruise concierge, and Ryan's still just trying to get a waffle cone without waiting in line for 45 minutes. So grab a fizzy drink, fluff your travel pillow, and let's slice into this luxury cruise life together. Bon voyage, Buttercup.
Welcome back to One Slice at a Time, where travel tips are hot, the bathrobes are fluffy, and the best pizza you ever tasted was just delivered by room service.
I'm Ryan, and I always plus up my Disney cruise. I get the veranda stateroom, the rainforest pass, and I love getting a reservation at Palo. And despite all of that, I think today's episode is going to leave me feeling like I booked entry-level stateroom.
And I'm Stephanie, your friendly neighborhood concierge convert. Today, we're answering your questions about Disney Cruise Line's concierge service. What is it? Is it worth it? And why did I feel like Disney royalty while Ryan was waiting in line for ice cream?
Royalty. Stephanie, don't you mean Disney princess? I was in the line for ice cream, like Goofy. It was long and it was sticky, but I got ice cream. But what even is concierge? Let's start with the basics, Stephanie. What is concierge on Disney Cruise Line?
So Disney Concierge is like their top tier cruise experience. Think private lounge, priority boarding, dedicated staff, your own sun deck, upgraded stateroom amenities. Honestly, a whole different vibe. You're still on the same ship, but the experience completely elevated.
So you're top of the line and I'm in steerage.
Not steerage, not like Titanic, just standard.
Okay.
It's like flying first class versus economy. Same plane, different snacks and legroom.
Okay, but let's back it up. When do the perks actually start?
Well, the perks start well before you ever board the ship. Concierge guests actually get early access to booking shore excursions and those onboard activities like dining and the spa 125 days out. So that's well before everyone else. That means Palo Brunch, cabanas on Castaway Key, and Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique appointments. You're not fighting for scraps like everyone else. If you want a cabana on one of Disney private beaches, this is really pretty much your only way to get one. The dedicated shoreside concierge team will contact you via email to introduce themselves and give you instructions on how to make your onboard request. And then at the stroke of midnight, just like a Disney princess, at 125 days before your cruise, you or your travel advisor will send in that email making all of your requests. And those things can be like the cabanas, your Palo brunch, your dinner at Remy's, what kind of drinks you want in your refrigerator in your stateroom, what kind of pillow you would like on your bed, and anything like what kind of bourbon you would like to see in the lounge. So really anything you could think of, they will do their best to take care of for you.
And you just send that in an email at midnight, 125 days before. That's pretty easy.
Yes.
I've never been able to get a Palo brunch, only like a Palo dinner. I'm online at midnight, 75 days out, praying I can get a Palo reservation, and I cannot get brunch. I can only get dinner. So I guess that's why I need to book concierge.
Yeah, and there's no staying up to midnight to do that online check-in, so you can snag that early port arrival time. Concierge guests are literally boarding room number 1, and we are the first ones aboard the ship.
Okay, so let's talk about that Embarkation Day experience. On Celebrity, I always tell people they don't really need to adhere to the boarding time at all, but Disney, if they give you a 12:30 boarding time, you're not getting on at noon. What happens with concierge people, or also known as Stephanie? What happens with you?
As fancy people? Well, the fancy people are people like me who pretend to be fancy when they're on vacation and are not fancy in real life, just when they're on vacation. # robe life. Us concierge guests, we're taken care of from the moment we arrive at the port. I mean, in fact, if you're staying at a Disney hotel and doing Disney transportation, they take care of you from the moment you arrive on property. But at the cruise terminal, there is a dedicated security line and a check-in area just for concierge. A team member greets you, puts this little gold sticker on you, and that denotes you as a concierge guest. Then they take you into the concierge lounge where you wait at the port area to even be taken on and escorted onto the ship. That little lounge area has some snacks and some drinks, and you just hang out. Then the concierge team comes off the ship and on to the boarding area, and they talk to you for a minute, introduce themselves, tell you what to expect this week. They bring you on. They take any bags that you may have with you, like your Embarkation Day bag, and they're like, we'll take that to your room for you. And then you sit down to a beautiful, delicious, private lunch. I'll pop some pictures in here. If you're on YouTube, you'll be able to see some photos of that lunch experience. It was amazing. And anything you could possibly want, any kind of drink or cocktail you would want, they would make for you. No fighting at the buffet for us.
Yeah, I was going to say the private lunch sounds awesome because the buffet line for lunch on that first day especially can be kind of tight. You're squeezing through.
It was really nice because the server we had at our little concierge lunch was actually the same server we had at our Palo brunch the first sea day. So
yeah,
it was kind of cool because, in true Disney style, the gentleman remembered us and spoke to us and asked us how Eva was and if she was enjoying the cruise.
Oh, a nice moment there for you to insert that Palo brunch again.
We'll get to that. That's amazing. I do it just for the chance at Palo brunch because it is literally the best food ever. But
okay, so was there anything different about your room? Did you get special blankies?
Sure. When we got done with lunch, our room was ready. And then we had a welcome reception in the lounge. The room was absolutely gorgeous. They have like elevated decor in there. It's not like the regular decor like in the rest of the staterooms. Instead of being red and blue, it's like a little bit toned down in the concierge rooms. And then, of course, they have like some higher thread count sheets, a whole pillow menu. You get to pick what you want. Robes and slippers. And it's so cute because they even have robes and slippers for your kids. I'll try to pop a picture in here of Eva in her little robe. She was so thrilled that they remembered her and thought of her and they had a robe for her. And then there was a fruit tray, the whole expanded room service menu, a concierge menu that kind of outlined what time things would be going on and what to expect for the week. We had the regular concierge veranda family stateroom. I don't know, Disney has 14 words and all of their names for things.
Yeah.
But like the lead in, like the bottom level concierge stateroom. But the larger suites, even the 1-bedroom suites, you can order Remy's or Palos and have it delivered to your room at no extra cost. That's a huge bonus.
Like with a pillow menu, I know you can get different fluff styles. Could you also get 20 of them or something if you wanted?
I'm sure you could. If they had them available on the ship, you could get them. They had them for side sleepers, back sleepers, people that snored, different, like, softer, firmer, all kinds of things. And things like for your allergies, they had those kind of pillows available.
All right. What about the concierge lounge?
The lounge. I think that my husband would have been fine just to never leave the concierge lounge. We spent so much time in the lounge. It's open pretty much all day long from breakfast time until about 10 p.m. They constantly are having out snacks and refreshments and drinks, real coffee. I'm pretty sure that they just showed up and was like, here's your cappuccino. Miss Stephanie, as soon as I walked in the door. They had waters for us to like even take out on port days. The food in there was like small plates and hors d'oeuvres, that sort of thing, and little snacks for the kids, constantly having little desserts and stuff in there. Everything was absolutely delicious and freshly made. Of course, just like everything else, if you had certain things that you couldn't eat or some dietary preferences, they took care of that. And any request that you want. If there was a certain cocktail that you liked, you put that request in at 125 days out, and they did their best to make sure that that was available for you.
Was the specialty coffee, was that included?
Absolutely, yeah. Everything's included.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, see, it's interesting because Disney Cruise Line doesn't really have drink packages and things like that.
Right.
But I guess if you get concierge, you kind of
Mhm.
can get the drink package
Yes.
included.
And the adult beverage and the cocktail hours start after 5 p.m. So before 5 p.m., sodas, like, teas, the specialty coffees, all of that is included. And then after 5 p.m., your cocktails, beers, wines is included.
It's like 5 p.m. until midnight,
10, that's when the
till 10.
lounge closes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You had real espresso, and I was chasing refillable mugs across deck 11.
They had
And
like some exclusive merch that you could only buy if you were in concierge level. And lucky for me, they did not have some concierge Mickey Mouse ears available because I would have been in trouble.
yeah,
I would
you
have brought them
definitely would have
home.
been. So let's talk about the concierge team. What do they do once
Amazing.
you're on board?
They are like your cruise genies. They help with everything: dining changes, spa requests, excursion tweaks. You never go down to the main services desk ever. They take care of everything in the concierge lounge for you. If you have some charges on your stateroom you want to take care of, do it in the concierge lounge. Everything. We had to buy a Wi-Fi package. I did it right in the concierge lounge. There was no reason for me to ever go down to the shore excursion desk, the photo desk, the services desk, or anything like that. You also could not convince me that they had not memorized our names before we had gotten on the ship, because by that evening, they knew all of us. And like I mentioned before, they knew how I took my cappuccino by the second day. And when I walked in the lounge, the gentleman's name was Jose. He was already over there making my cappuccino when I walked into the lounge in the mornings.
That's awesome.
It was amazing. And one of our favorite things that I was totally unprepared for, they meet in the lounge before the shows, about 30 minutes before the showtime or so. Grab yourself a drink, maybe grab yourself a snack. And they had a separate elevator, and they would take us down to the theater in our own elevator, and they would have fresh popcorn sitting there. And then we got to pick any seat in the house, even up in the box seats if we wanted to, before they let anyone else into the theater. Also, speaking of popcorn, we got free popcorn throughout the cruise at anywhere we wanted. So that was Eva's favorite part.
Free popcorn the whole time. Not $2
Yeah.
a refill, nothing like
Nope.
that. No
Just
bucket
your
you had to
gold key
carry
card,
around.
the gold key
Oh.
card, free popcorn.
Oh, jeez.
And the other part of the concierge team is the cabin stewards. And talk about above and beyond. Like, every time we walked out of our room, our cabin steward was there. And she's like, do you guys need anything? What are you doing today, family? What can I help with? Are you having a good day? In fact, Eva got to the point where she's like playing hide and go seek with her. And as we popped out to leave, she was trying to get out before she got caught. Like, it became this whole game that she was playing with our cabin steward. Every night, another amazing towel animal that had our turned down chocolates. Really little things that just surprise you. The first night, she brought these little Velcro straps that she corralled our charging cords with. And I was like, wow, how thoughtful is this? We chose not to get a cabana on Castaway Cay because it was just the three of us and there was a lot of things that we wanted to do on the island. But we were the first people off the ship at every port. And so the concierge staff, they escort you down off the ship. And then we had the choice of any lounge chair we wanted at Castaway Cay.
Oh, I love that.
Huge.
I mean, I was sold on the free popcorn, and now I'm like, these lounge chairs on the private island. That sounds amazing.
Mm-hmm.
You might have converted me.
You have to try it, Ryan. I mean, that's just part of the perks. We had private character meet and greets. When it was time to disembark the ship and leave this amazing vacation, a member of the concierge team walked us down, hordes of people waiting to get off the ship. No waiting for us, no standing in line. Bye family, hope to see you real soon. And we were off the ship. That was almost worth the price alone. It was great.
Yeah, I saw the fancy sun deck, but they would not let me in. Tell me about that thing.
Okay, private, quiet, plenty of space, shaded, and servers walking around with drinks and snacks.
Were they included too?
Absolutely.
Those drinks and snacks? No.
Yes.
Oh
Ryan, quit asking if everything's included. I literally did not buy anything. Kyle bought a cooler with some beer to take to Castaway Cay with us.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, fine.
That's what we want. I'd say the only drawback about the sun deck was on the Fantasy, they don't have like a little plunge pool or anything. They just have like a hot tub. So
Okay.
it was like the only drawback was not having like our own pool. It was just a hot tub. But other than that, like huge chairs and couches to lounge in and just beautiful weather up there and in the shade too. So you were cooking.
Yeah, meanwhile, I'm guarding my towels, my chairs, and trying to maintain my spot like my life depends on it.
Sure. I did get a taste of that. Eva definitely wanted to go down the aqueduct slide a few times. We got
Sure.
a taste of how chaotic the main pool deck was. The Lido deck was crazy. And I'm like,
Hello.
let's go back to the lounge. Let's go back to the
You went out with the commoners once or twice.
just once or twice. That's what they need, though. They need a pool and a slide for my kiddo, and we never leave.
Well, okay.
All right, it's time again for Ryan's Crusty Review, where the cheese is questionable and the judgment is not.
Our matey, today's crusty review be sponsored by Captain Crumbeard's Pirate Pizza Parlor, home of the crust so tough it fights back.
Is this the one where every slice comes with a mystery topping and a mandatory eye patch?
Aye, whether you fancy a pepperoni doubloon or a barnacle-crusted four-cheese blend, Captain Crumbeard's be serving slices that make you say, yo-ho, no mo. And for the wee pirates, order the Lil Plank Special, a single breadstick in a juice box, served by a disgruntled parrot.
Do they deliver?
Only by canon, accuracy not guaranteed. Captain Crumbeard's,
Where every bite
might be your
may
last.
be your last. Consumption may result in scurvy, mild confusion, or sudden urge to drink up all the rum.
I hope you all enjoyed my pirate voice.
It was great. You lost it about halfway through, but we're not going to judge
Yeah.
you.
Okay, today's topic, cruise port pizza. All right, so the last time I got pizza at a cruise port was Curacao. I was walking the streets of Wilmstead pretty close to the big Curacao sign when a fancy little pizza sign caught my eye. Cello, gelato, and pizza. I'm not going to lie, I was not hungry at all, but the logo for this little spot was beautifully done. Pizza and ice cream. It was like a loud record scratch and time stood still. I was like captivated by the little icon. And so I walked down this little alley into this tiny small shop. And here's the scoop. Gelato comes first in their name for a reason. If you go to their Instagram, it is like beautiful pictures. The whole, you can scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll, and it's beautiful picture after beautiful picture. Amazing. Whoever's doing their social media is on point, but it's ice cream after ice cream after ice cream, and there's not a picture of the pizza at all. And there's probably a reason for that. It was square cut pizza served on a paper plate. They gave me the red pepper flakes and the oregano. It wasn't really cooked in a proper pizza oven. It had a little bit of that like microwave taste to it. The ice cream looked amazing. I give it a 4 out of 8 on the pizza scale. Most of that rating is based on the iconography because the logo was amazing. the food,
It drew you in, so it gets a
I was like props on the marketing aspect of the place, but I don't even really know why they're selling the pizza because it was clearly an afterthought, maybe to just get the pizza and the ice cream. They probably had the logo. I mean, if I was in Curacao today, I would 100% go back to the shop. I probably would just get the ice cream though.
Well, good to know if I'm ever there.
Okay, so let's talk about back to the concierge. I want to know if it's worth it. Let's have the money talk. Is the juice worth the squeeze? Can you get enough free popcorn, apparently free drinks and free this and free that to make it all worth it? Dish, Stephanie.
100% yes. Especially if this is a milestone trip. If you have families with little kids or families that need some larger staterooms, or you have people that just want that feeling that everything is handled.
Would you ever go back to a regular stateroom?
Nope. I will only do concierge. I do have some tips though to make it as affordable as possible. Be ready to book when the cruise you want goes on sale. So as soon as those dates open up, snag the one you want. Really, that goes for Disney cruising across the board. That is really the cheapest price you are going to get. Every time that ship fills up a certain percentage, Disney is going to raise the price. Pay your initial deposit, which is now only 10%, and then divide the rest into monthly payments. You'll have about 18 months if you book it as soon as it comes out to pay for that cruise, and it will make it very affordable. If you work with an authorized Disney vacation planner like Ryan or I, we can keep you on a VIP list and let you know when that cruise that you're looking forward to is going on sale, so you can hop right on it and book it as soon as it becomes available, so you don't miss your opportunity to get the best price.
All right, so this is how people who want to save a little and still have that concierge experience can still do the Disney Cruise Line and have a great time.
Right. And Disney Cruise Line is incredible across the board. I have clients that will only do Disney Cruise Line. Concierge is like upgrading from an amazing vacation to a completely effortless vacation.
I'm going to try it. And if you're thinking about booking concierge or even just dreaming about your next view from your balcony, let us help.
For sure. Whether you're Team Concierge or Team Refillable Mug, we'll be your Disney Cruise experts, so you can just relax and enjoy the journey.
Next time on One Slice at a Time, we're talking about the elusive African safari trip. I just got back from South Africa, and I can't wait to tell you all about it.
Don't forget to pack some snacks and maybe upgrade that stateroom just once. See you in the lounge. Bye.
And that's a wrap on this week's Slice of Travel Truth, straight from the Concierge Lounge of Dreams. If you liked what you heard, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button like it's a warm Mickey pretzel and leave us a review. It helps more cruisers find this show and helps me keep my job. Want help planning your own Disney cruise? Or just want to talk about why robes hit different on vacation? Click the link in the show notes. Stephanie and Ryan got you. Until next time, keep it cheesy and tip your towel animal. Meltvin out.